If you want to write guitar parts in the style of Nile Rodgers and Chic, there are 3 things you need to be aware of. I mean, obviously there are more than 3, but this is YouTube and we're being pithy and doing simplistic things like dealing with groupings of 3. So I have 3 ideas for you to try out, and make sure you watch to the very end because the 3rd one might surprise you. Again, that's just something I've heard YouTubers say. It's 3 things, but please do watch to the end. Right, number 1. So I'm going to be playing my guitar part over this backing track that I've just recorded onto my looper, which has a bit of drums and bass on it, and it goes like this. What's that? No, it's not a copyright claim song, thank you very much. The song you're thinking of is in E minor, this is in F minor, so there we go. Which brings us on to point number 1, which is more to do with compositional technique than playing technique. So, although our root chord is an F minor here, it's not completely accurate to say we're in F minor. It would be more accurate to say we are in F Dorian, which is a kind of a minor scale. Let me just show you the difference. If we were playing an F natural minor scale, it would sound like so. And that is made up of the notes F, G, A flat, B flat, C, D flat, and E flat. Very melancholy and dramatic. The F Dorian mode has 1 note difference. The F Dorian goes like this. The difference is when we get to that 6th note in the scale. We are going F, G, A flat, B flat, C. Then we're playing D natural as opposed to D flat, which we had in the natural minor. Which gives the thing a little bit of a brighter lift at the top end of the scale. So what this means for our chord progression that we're going to play here, we are just vamping between 2 chords. We're going to start on the F minor, and then we are going to move to a B flat major chord. And this is where the Dorian scale really comes into effect. Because if we were playing the slightly more common natural minor, the B flat chord would also be a minor chord. Because there's that D flat note that was in the minor scale. But when we play within the Dorian, that B flat chord uses that brighter sounding D note to make it a major chord. So you have there a classic Dorian chord change that really is the basis of a lot of this whole style of playing, not just Chic and Nile Rodgers, although they certainly did make very good use of it. So we are moving between these 2 chords like so. All well and good, but Nile Rodgers very rarely plays chords in such a static kind of a way. So we are going to tweak those shapes a little bit to add a little bit of colour to them. The F minor chord, I'm actually going to play as an F minor 7. It's worth saying all these chords can be kind of experimented with as long as you're kind of adding notes that are within the parent scale of F Dorian. They should sound alright, so just try a few examples out. So what I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to play the F minor 7, and then for that 2nd bar I'm going to add the little finger to the B flat at the 11th fret on the B string. Kind of a minor 7 sus4 kind of a thing. And And then when we go to the B flat, I'm actually going to play initially a B flat sus4 before resolving to the B flat major. And while I'm there, I might even add a little bit more colour. I might play the C on top of it. So we get a slightly Hendrixy B flat add 9. So we get... Let's hear how that goes. So we've got a little bit more melodic colour going on, still a little bit on the static side though, isn't it? Let's look at what we can do with the rhythm. Right, so we need to make this a little bit livelier, so we're going to need to do a bit of strumming. And there is one particular strumming rhythm you're going to want to be very well acquainted with for this style, and that is a semi-quaver rhythm. That is where we are strumming 4 times every beat, which is going to add up to 16 strums over the course of a single bar, which is why certain people with no affection for quaint old words simply call them 16th notes. So that is going to go like this. I'll just do it with muted strings for the moment. So our beat is... So we're going to play 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4. Like so. If you're new to this kind of thing, I would recommend literally doing that, just doing it with muted strings for the moment so that you get used to the count and really try and keep it as fluent and as flowing as possible. Maybe a slight accent on the main beat of each bar, so kind of 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a... where you just kind of lean into that main beat a little bit harder. And then when you feel you've got that pretty much underway, then you might try adding the chords and obviously just timing the chord changes appropriately, all the while just keeping that strumming pattern going. So not bad, we're getting closer. It's a little bit crass though. Nile Rodgers doesn't tend to sound as kind of clumsy and messy as that. So let's add our third ingredient. Right, so the third crucial ingredient then is staccato, a word that translates literally as detached. In musical terms, that basically means we're going to play the chords in a very short, clipped kind of a way. So we're kind of striking a balance between the 2 examples we had before where we were strumming everything all the way through like that and the muted strums. We're kind of incorporating a bit of both. Best way to do this, because we're playing everything with barring, we're not using open strings. This is relatively simple to do to get this kind of a sound. You just want to kind of constantly release the grip. Not right off the strings, obviously, but just so the chord is cut short. So you're just releasing the pressure with your fingers. Kind of bouncing on and off like that. You can really do this anywhere within within the bar, within the strumming pattern, whatever feels right to you. I'm going to do just a very simple kind of a stock pattern that goes like this. And have that basically running through the whole progression. So we'll get something like this. And when you put the pressure on the strings to sound the chord, you don't even need to grip as firmly as you might usually do. Just a kind of a faint whisper of the chord, it works really, really effectively here. So you're kind of on and off really quickly. Okay, let's see if I can manage that with the track there. So there we go, 3 essential ingredients for your next Nile Rodgers inspired guitar part. Really hope there was some stuff of interest and use to you there. If so, please consider liking and subscribing, very much appreciated. But as always, thanks ever so much for watching. I'll see you again soon. Cheers.